welcome back to Bride Arrays. We're on part 3 of the testimony. Today we're looking at 1 John 5:10. We must believe in the testimony. This is the truth for all Christians, right? Paul said in Romans 8:16, the Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. The indwelling Spirit works the testimony of Jesus out in our life. The changed life of the believer is the testimony. When you examine your life and you see that you believe in Jesus and what he said, when you are able to call God Abba, Father, when you see the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, you see all those in your life, then you have the testimony in you. It controls you, right? Those are all controlling things I just mentioned. This testimony in the believer has led many Christians to testify as their bodies were burned and tortured, and their lives ended for the truth. They believed in the testimony so much that they were willing to give their lives for it. They had no doubt that where they were going was to be with Christ. So they could look at the evidence of their own life, they could look at the testimony of the Holy Spirit working in their lives and say, yep, I believe, and I really do believe. That's true. Now, John returns back to this idea of being a liar again in this verse 10. This time he says that if you do not believe what God has testified concerning his Son, then you're making God out to be a liar. This is how serious unbelief is. You're standing before your Creator, the one who's sustaining your life by the power of his word, the one who knows all, the Holy One, the Anointed One, the one who cannot lie, the one who has poured out love on all of his creation. And you're saying, you're a liar. And people think that hell is too harsh of a punishment. God will not be mocked. When the King Sennacherib didn't believe God, didn't believe what God said, when he didn't believe, God told him something. He said, whom have you mocked and revile against? Whom have you raised your voice and lifted your eyes to the heights? He says, against the Holy One of Israel. I will put my hook in your nose and my bit in your mouth, and I will turn you back on the way by which you came. Believe what God says. He does not allow mockers to go unpunished. There's a lot of people out there mocking. A lot of people out there saying a lot of bad stuff about God. A lot of people calling God a liar. Now, you might be able to get away with it for a while, but God's promise is that mockers will not get away with their mockery. They won't, in the end, will not go unscathed. They won't go unpunished. That's a promise. Now, people need to learn from King Nebuchadnezzar. He was boasting. He was proud. God warned him. Didn't change. But he still, for a whole year, he didn't change anything. Because God didn't do anything for a whole year. And he probably thought, hey, I'm good. Still walking around up on his rooftop saying, hey, look at this great Babylon I created. And God's like, nope, the promise I made to you, yep, it's coming true. You won't get away with your boasting. I made you. You didn't make this kingdom. I made this kingdom. I allowed this kingdom to come to be. I made you king. So now I'm going to make you like a wild animal. And you're going to be eating grass and sleeping outside. That's what happened. So people that think they can get away with mocking God, calling him a liar, you might be able to get away for a while. But his promise is true. And you won't be able to do it forever. So we need to learn that lesson. Even as Christians, we need to be careful. We don't mock him. But especially unbelievers, you got the warning. There's examples of that warning coming true. So you need to hear the warnings. Listen to them. Obey him. So that's the lesson for today. Come back tomorrow and we'll look at the next section of this passage.